Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Saad Sangat Ji. We thought we'd go forward with shooting this video, a day in the life of a Parcharak, just because we thought it'd be interesting for everybody to be able to see what a typical day of mine would be like. Also, there have been a lot of requests for it. So right now, it's about 11:30 p.m. and I usually don't sleep this late, but there was an evening program and I got a little bit late coming home from that. So therefore, I'm about to go to sleep now. So I just finished my evening routine. My mom and my parents, my brother, they're all asleep now. And so I'm about to go to sleep. So we got a full day planned tomorrow, and we'll try to keep everybody in the loop of everything that's going on. Hopefully this video gets compiled well and you guys enjoy it. And also what you're hearing in the background right now, that is katha playing. So what I've been taught is to always have some form of Gurbani, whether it's in the form of katha, whether it's in the form of kirtan, or whether it's in the form of just a Saj part playing, to always have something playing and going into my ears, just because we always want to be focusing our mind on Gurbani. So if I've been taught this with the grace of saints, and the grace of great amazing Guru Sikhs that I've been able to spend time with, they've taught me that our mind is something that wavers very easily. So you always want to have something something playing, or some method in which your mind can always go back and connect to Gurbani, because it goes off and then it comes back. So I always play Katha Kirtan or a recording of Saj Part when I go to sleep. It plays all night and I play it throughout the day as well. Just so it's the last thing that I hear when I go to sleep, and it's the first thing that I hear when I wake up, and it's just going into my ears all night. And then it's an amazing thing. So that's why you're hearing Katha in the background right now.
Firstly, an important aspect in the life of a Pracharak or the life of any Gursikh is waking up early in the morning at Amrit Vela and doing Naam Abhyas or doing Simran, remembering God. I try to implement this into my life as much as I can. After doing Naam Abhyas and doing recitation of Gurmantar, I do my Nitnem, and after completing my Nitnem, my daily prayer, then I continue on and read more verses from Guru Granth Sahib Ji in what is called a form of a Saj Part. Reading Guru Granth Sahib Ji slowly and slowly, taking my time and trying to understand Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Doing this on a daily basis, I try to learn from Gurbani, I try to memorize Gurbani, and I try to not just learn it as in the aspect of knowledge, but also just try to absorb and just experience it in my life. This is before I go out into the Sangat, before I start meeting people for the day. This time is only devoted towards my Guru. And I encourage you guys to make sure you guys wake up at Amrit Vela in the morning as well, every single day, and read Gurbani and do Naam Abhyas as well. There are many videos on our channel that speak about the importance of Amrit Vela, about getting up in the morning and doing Naam and Simran. I'm a morning person, so therefore I like to jump right on it after I finish eating breakfast and doing my studies. And so today I had a katha coming up, so making sure I'm reading the history and making sure all my facts are in place, and sometimes just reading history in a way for just a form of entertainment. It's kind of become a part of my daily routine where I can't live without reading history or reading some sort of book. It's like a little it's like a treat for me. So therefore, studying for me early in the morning, and especially prepping for the talks and stuff that are going to be coming up later on in the day as well.
So this is kind of my bookshelf, my mini library. So I have all my sticks, Gurbani, Arths from Sri Dasam Granth. We have Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj sticks. Then we have Das Granthis, Bhagavatam Bani. Then down here I have all my historical granths, and then down here more by different authors, historical Guru Sikhs' lives, and then other philosophies of different faiths as well. So it's kind of like my mini khajana. And then on my computer I have basically every PDF that I possibly can think of. I try to keep a large collection of everything. It's just kind of like like a kid in a candy store when it comes to like PDFs or books or granths or something like that.
My study schedule is usually an amalgamation of the meanings of Gurbani, so certain writers and scholars that have written the meanings of Gurbani, I'll make sure to read up on that. Also, I'll read a lot about history and different references about that. And then also I love to read different views and perspectives of different writers from maybe even different faiths, just so I learn about that. And then after that I follow up with pretty much anything. So anything that comes across me, I usually love to give it a read. Always great to learn. Some things I'll read into depth, some things I'll just skim through it just to get an idea of it, and I'll move forward. After preparing for Katha, it's time to now get ready and don my damalla, which is my beautiful crown, and I love wearing my barna. It's just a thing that's been with me since I was young, and I love wearing barna, I love wearing my damalla, and I love going into Sangat.
Okay, Saad Sangat ji, so now, we just finished studying, finished getting ready. It's about 7:45 a.m. now, and myself and two other Singhs were about to go to the local Gurdwara Sahib here in Calgary, and we're going to be attending Asadi Varda Kirtan for the first little bit, and then from there we're going to be heading out to Red Deer, which is an hour and a half away. So we're just packing up the bags now, making sure the camera and all the SD cards and all the batteries are in place, and so when we get there we have everything ready to go. So now we're just leaving the Gurdwara Sahib. We just realized we forgot the Vajan Tabla because the Sangat asked us they requested us to do Kirtan there as well. So now we gotta head back home, grab the Vajan Tabla, pick up another Singh and go home. Reason why we came here to Asadiwar because it's always good to support the local youth as well in their seva that they do. So now we're heading out.
What time does your Katha start?
Katha starts at 12, so the plan is first the Sangat's doing Sukhmani Sahib the part, and then it's going to be 1 hour of Katha, and then it's going to be Kirtan afterwards and possibly Q&A. And then after that I think we'll just be engaging with the Sangat a little bit. Just because from what I know, Red Deer Sangat, it's a smaller city. It's my first time going there. So we'll see how it is. I'm looking forward to it. So it'll go well. I was actually hoping to study a little bit on the way there, but I have to end up driving. First, my parents were saying they were going to come with me, but now they're unable to go at the last minute, so I got to drive myself there.
It was about an hour and a half drive towards the Sangat in Red Deer, which is a nearby city, and on the route we had lots of discussions about Gurmat, about Gurbani. We listened to Kirtan, we played Kirtan, and then also coming up maybe half an hour or an hour before an actual Katha program or me speaking, I usually try not to speak as much, and sometimes even like 20 minutes leading up or half an hour leading up, I always tell the Sangat with me or the Singhs that are with me to not speak to me right now, just so I can focus my concentration on Guru Sahib's charan and ask for Maharaj's blessings, because again, we don't have any power or any ability to be able to speak or teach, but Guru Sahib, may they work through us. Once we arrived in Red Deer, then we unloaded the Vajja Tabla and the other equipment that we brought with us. Some of the Sangat from Red Deer, they came out to greet us, and then we entered the Maharaj's Darbar. Sukhmani Sahib, the part was being read at the time. We sat down, we listened to Sukhmani Sahib ji the part, and because the Sangat there it's a small new Sangat, so therefore there wasn't that many people. And the reason why we went out to the Sangat is because majority of the main Pracharaks, they'll come and hit the main cities, but a lot of these smaller towns, they get left out and they actually yearn for the Sangat. So as they asked, we did the Katha afterwards as the program went on, and then the Singhs that came with me, we did Kirtan together as well in Sangatira. Once the program had finished, then there was a small informal Q&A with the Sangat there, and lots of engagement, one-on-one conversations. Usually after a Katha, there's more speaking done, more talks happening after the Katha rather than the actual Katha. And I love it. Sangat they approach me and we get to ask questions, when we get to learn from each other, and then we get to share experiences from each other. And then once we engaged with the Sangat, we had our Q&A, then we packed up everything, and then we hit the road again. So Sad Sangat ji, we're just finished off the Katha and the Kirtan at here in Red Deer. It was good meeting with the Sangat and good engagement with the Sangat here afterwards as well. We met a lot of people. It's about 1:45 p.m. now. So myself and the Sangat that I came here with, we're just going to head back and continue on with our day now. Okay. On our drive back, we had more discussions about Gurbani and various topics, and I was fortunate to have one of my elder Gursikh friends, Ranbir Singh, who's an amazing Kirtani. He had joined us on this travel as well, and me and him, we spoke in such a great and deep level, where the entire hour and a half drive just flew by in seconds. Sometimes you never know when you're engaging with even some Sangat. I could your 5-minute conversation that you expected could just last hours and hours, and you don't even know, but you're learning so much, and you don't even actually feel tired. You actually feel more fueled by it. So in this conversation, again, amazing conversations with Gursikhs, and then unfortunately the younger Singhs in the back, they fell asleep. So it's about 3:30 p.m. now, and we just got home. It's been a long day, but the day is only half over. We're starving right now, so I called for my mom, but my mom's not home right now, I think. So we're just gonna go and we're gonna start making food now, and then after that I'm gonna study for a little bit, and then after that evening classes will begin. So once we started cooking, again, more conversations. A couple of other younger Singhs came over and they found out I was in town. So we had more conversations going on, and we always play Gurbani or Kirtan anytime we're cooking our food. Some of the younger Singhs that came over, they were very, very eager to learn Kirtan, even though I don't know much about Kirtan, but whatever I have learned with the grace of my teachers and my ustads, I love to pass it on, that knowledge, and pass on that whatever experience that I may have. And when Singhs get together and they teach each other, there's just a different type of environment that's created. There doesn't have to be a big program with cameras and lots of Sangat. It just has to be the closeness of Gursikhs and Gurbani being sung. So I love doing Kirtan and sharing Kirtan, or teaching Kirtan with younger Singhs. A lot of the younger Singhs afterwards, they started asking questions. There wasn't only younger Singhs, a couple of elder Singhs came over as well. We usually hold these weekly Sangat or these discussions from time to time, just so we have this environment where we're able to speak or get advice on something. So some of the Sangat, they asked about some issues that they were facing and how they can use Gurbani and the guidance of Gurbani to help them overcome these obstacles. So I was fortunate enough to be able to share some of my experiences and some practical advice that they could take and help themselves move forward in their situations or positions that they were in. Once the Singhs had left, then it was time for me to kind of bring myself together and calm myself down and kind of just focus back on my studies. So after that, I continued some of my studyings for maybe some of the talks that I was going to do later throughout the week, or maybe some of the videos I would be recording, or maybe some other katha or courses that I would be teaching down the road as well. So it's time for me, it's just midday, but it's on a Sunday, so sit down and just read through history, read through Gurbani, again, just like I did in the morning. Whenever I'm in my hometown, Calgary, I'm fortunate enough to be able to get the chance to be able to teach Santhya, which is the correct pronunciation of Gurbani. And today it was not that much youth. There was just a couple of Singhs that were there to learn because it was a busy day. So we decided to go for a walk, enjoy the weather, And so we sat down in a park, and I was able to teach Santhya there. I usually teach one-on-one, and I love to learn one-on-one as well. It's easier to focus on the student and actually pick out the faults. So we did Santhya. After that, we did Rehra Sahib on the drive back home.
ਤੂੰ ਸੱਚਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਿਫਤ ਸਵਾਲਿਓ ਜਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੋ ਪਾਰ ਪਾਇਆ ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਕੀਆਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ।
I've had the great opportunity to be able to continuously learn Santhya and about Gurbani from great teachers from a very young age. But not only am I just teaching now, I'm also learning now. So what I do on a daily basis is I call one of my teachers and he teaches me Sarblo Granth Santhya. And I do that on a daily basis over the phone. It usually lasts about half an hour to 45 minutes every single day. Not only am I just teaching and talking all day, I'm also focusing on learning and teaching myself from learning from my teachers. If I'm not able to be physically with them, it's great to be in their presence, but we try to make up for it because the situations don't allow, just by learning over the phone or focusing on what they've told me to focus on and told me what to read up on. And as a Gursikh, it's very, very important to keep yourself humble and continue learning. Always continue learning, because Gurbani and Akal Purkh is an ocean which we can't accumulate the knowledge of it, but we just dive into it and just experience it.
So we just spent the evening mentoring the youth, spending time and teaching Santhya to the youth, and then studying as well. I just came back. It's about 9:30 p.m. now. Very exhausted, and it's been a long day, but just a few more things left, and that's just going to be inside in the office now, and after that we'll call it a day. Alright, Sad Sangat Ji, it's just the end of the day now, and so what I'm doing now is I'm taking the videos from today out of the camera that are on the SD card. I'm just going to put them into the computer, organize them, label them, put them into the right folders, and maybe even start editing some of them if I'm able to, and if not, I'll send them to the editors that are in England. And then after that, I just fill out my daily report. Once I fill out my daily report about the things that happened today, and just a few points for myself to improve on, and what I think I could be improving on, just for my own reflection and my own improvement. It's a very good thing that I've started doing this recently, just because it helps me keep on track. And then at the end of the month, I submit a monthly report, and I just make sure to let the rest of the team know what's going on and what the plans are and what we're going to be doing next month, just so everybody's in the loop, and then we can move forward as an organization and do as much prachar as we possibly can. Yeah.
When working back from my home office, there's lots of administrative work, or a lot of just logistical work to just sort myself out, organize myself, and maybe work with and connect with all of the amazing sevadars that are putting so much effort into the seva of basics of Sikhi and everything's 13 to move it forward. Lots of questions that get asked through messages, through emails, which I'm not able to attend throughout the day. A lot of the times there's katha bookings, or a lot of questions. It may be questions that have to do with a personal situation somebody is going through, or it could be a simple question about, Virji, I took this hukamnama and I'm not quite able to understand what it means. Can you help me out? Or sometimes it could even be something about their own spiritual journey, which they want some guidance or to have somebody to talk to about. So a wide range of discussions or messages that are being dealt with on a daily basis by pracharaks.
Alright, Sad Sangat Ji, it's about 11:15 p.m. now, and I'm sitting on my sleep-isthan, if you want to call it. It's been a fun day. It's been a long day. So now you've kind of gotten the gist of what a typical Parchar day would look for me. Not every day is the same. I'm sure, I don't think any day is the same. But it's always exciting, and with the Guru Sahib's blessings, with the Guru Sahib's grace, we get to, clean the dust of the Sadh Sangat's feet, and within that dust, it's just blessings upon blessings. Sometimes I don't think I'm deserving of any of that, but Guru Sahib Maharaj has, kind of given us the seva, and Maharaj Kirpa give us that energy, give us that power to be able to continue on doing the seva. I'm just now about to go to sleep now. I'm just gonna quickly call my wife, see how she's doing. She's in India right now. Give her about a 5-minute call. Fulfill my grist dharm as well. I didn't get to spend too much time with my parents today. I usually, just because it's the weekend, everybody's really busy, and as a Parcharak, we're usually really, really busy on the weekends. Hopefully I'll be able to spend more time with my parents tomorrow. And then today I got studying done, but not too much. So tomorrow it's going to be mainly focused on studying and completing the structures of what my next few videos and series of kathas are going to be like. And then one thing we didn't get to show you is me online with my Ustad, currently taking Sarblo Granth Santhya right now. And just like as I'm teaching, I'm also learning at the same time as well, so it's constantly learning. Guru Sahib's blessings, everything's going well, and with your Sangat's support, Sadh Sangat Ji, it's very, very important that we can continue doing this as much as you can. It's all with the Sangat support, so make sure you support us and donate to us, share our videos, watch our videos, and get everybody involved in Seva locally as well. So thank you, Sadh Sangat Ji, for joining me on this a day in the life of a Parcharak adventure. I enjoyed it. This extra filming was a bit tiring, but I really enjoyed it as well. So I'm just gonna end off the day here with the Fateh. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.